Hey everyone, thank you for watching this presentation about our marriage enrichment program, Fully Blessed. I wanted to start off just showing some pictures of my wife and I. My name is Jess Nokomoto. My wife's name is Kazuka, and I'm from America, and she's originally from Japan. And been living in Japan for the past almost 4 years now. Um, and when we see pictures like this, these are kind of the kind of pictures that we like to post on social media. We like to share them with our friends and family because they kind of show this nice image of a beautiful image. Um, or maybe a picture like this, where here's a picture of our son when he was just getting born, and here's another picture, a little more honest maybe, of when he turned about 100 days old, and family is such a wonderful thing, and I really feel so blessed to have such a great wife and such a great son and great family. And um, it's been the most biggest blessing to have this blessing, really. Um, but the reality is, I think a lot of us know that blessing and marriage is just not the easiest thing in the world, right? And I remember that there was a time just right around my son was turning 1 years old, and me and my wife, we were trying to decide where we wanted to live in the future, and my heart was really pulling me towards moving back to America, and she really felt like she wanted to stay here in Japan. And I just remember we were just fighting and fighting and fighting, and we just could not come to the same conclusion. We couldn't come to the same agreement about where we're going to spend the rest of our lives, and it was such a difficult time. And it was so difficult that I remember thinking, are we going to last another 5 years? And it really seemed like the direction of where I wanted my life to go and where she wanted her life to be going was in different directions. And so it really felt like it was such a scary thought to think, like, yeah, if this keeps up, then we might not last. But what really saved me, I felt, what really saved, I think, our marriage, our family, was having a sense of community, having a community of other blessed couples who were in similar stages of life, who we could lean on for support. We could come together. We can enjoy each other's company, and we can remind ourselves once again how blessed we are to have not just a family, but to uh, have a community that we can share, and we can celebrate this wonderful thing we call the blessing together. So I know the value of community. I know the value of support and how much support is necessary to really make a blessing, make a marriage beautiful. And the reality is that in life, when we're single, there is some challenge in life without a doubt. But at least in our movement, there tends to be a lot of support for single people. There's a lot of, you can go to church, you can get counseling from your pastor, you can go to all different kinds of workshops, and then once you get blessed, it's almost like it's like you're on your own in a sense. There's actually a lot more challenge than being a single person, but the support seems to go down actually. And then because of that, a lot of people end up into this danger zone where it's kind of an emergency, where it's kind of too late for actually like community support, and it's more like the level where people need counseling, people need like therapy, marriage counseling, to really kind of pick up the pieces. And then if we talk about international marriages, we know that we can imagine that that brings even more challenge. But the strange thing is, as challenge goes up, it's not like support goes up, right? It's kind of this strange thing where you need more support, but actually there's like no support for international marriages at this point. And I'm not saying that it's the church's fault or it's anybody's fault, actually. I love our movement, I love our community, and I think leaders are doing the best they can with the resources they have. Um, and so this isn't about saying anybody's doing anything or wrong or it's not enough. It's more that we see that there's a place that we can support, and we want to take ownership of that. We don't want to be people who just complain when we see something, but we want to say, hey, that's something I can do something about. Kind of take some of the load off of our leaders who are working so hard for the providence. Um, And part of this idea came from a couple programs that are already out there. Make the Most of Marriage is a marriage enrichment program in Europe that I had the blessing to speak at. And yeah, there were about 50 or so couples that joined this meeting. It was so amazing and really wonderful to share with each other, share our experiences with each other. And then also another one is called Blessing Cafe here in Japan, which is to help young people who want to join, want to get the blessing, to hear testimonies from blessed members. So there are programs out there, but there's not quite anything for Japanese-speaking international couples. So our mission is we are a community to help Japanese speakers speaking international blessed members to create beautiful marriages by sharing wisdom from successful couples. Okay, so important thing is it's about sharing the success from people who have success in creating some kind of happiness, some kind of joy, some level of beauty in their marriage. So I want to talk about our ideal audience. So our ideal audience is Japanese speaking. They have a commitment towards their blessing, and they have faith in God and true parents. So one thing to mention is that this is not for necessarily couples who are on the rocks, who are kind of already in that danger zone. This is not counseling, so we're not saying that we can offer that level of support. So just want to make that clear, but these are more for people who are looking for a place to share, a place to create community, place to support one another in their blessings. And although the program is going to be in Japanese, we do want to encourage spouses to also join. So we're going to have English translation available on Zoom. So when we think about our ideal audience, we think about the three biggest pain points. These are really the pain points that we are trying to solve, we're trying to resolve for people. Number one is they're not sure how to realize their ideal relationship. Maybe they have an idea, but they're not sure how to make that reality. And so they feel that gap between their ideal and reality. And it can be frustrating to feel like we're not living the ideal life, the ideal marriage that we feel we can create. But then also they see others in similar situations and they're not sure how to help. Our ideal audience's biggest three desires is to create a beautiful blessing and family, to connect and grow with others with the same goal, and also to contribute as a couple to the community. So again, our program's name is Fully Blessed, and we really want to support people to fully experience the blessing in just deep gratitude and deep love with their spouse. And so some of the ideas of the programs we want to offer, the first one is already settled, is a monthly gathering where we'll have someone give a testimony and then we'll have some time for discussion, question and answers, things like that. Potentially doing an annual half-day workshop where we can more go deep as spouses. We're also going to have a private Facebook community that people can join to share insights throughout the week. And then also for people who want a little bit extra sharing, a little bit extra support, we want to be able to set up some kind of trinities or some kind of pairs for people who want to connect more than just once a month. Maybe they want to connect a couple times a month or a few times a month. So as far as the monthly program, we're going to have 25 minutes for testimony from a happy couple, successful couple. We'll have some time for question and answers. And then we want to do some breakouts by life stages. So let people to kind of relate with people in similar situations. So that means like people with no kids can talk together with other couples with no kids. People with babies talk with other people with babies. People with young kids talk to people with young kids. People with teenagers can talk to people with teenagers and grandparents, etc. So that really allows people to share something, have a common base with the people that they're sharing with. And then we'll finish off with some time for group sharing, people to share maybe some main insights that came up in their group discussions. To make this program possible, we need as much support as possible. So if you're listening to this and you're inspired by this, we really want to encourage you to support in some way. One of those ways is you can volunteer. We have many different opportunities and ways to volunteer. So please fill out the survey that you can also get in the link. And let us know how you like to support. Another thing is we do have a fundraising goal of making $1,000 for budget for year 2020. So we need to pay for translation feature of Zoom for 1 year. Also, we want to be able to give gifts of gratitude for the speakers, and then also some small payment for part-time staff, for the translators, for people who are reaching out, graphic design, who are helping out with the website and things like that. So yeah, some other ways to support is helping out the fundraising effort. We're going to be doing a crowdfunding campaign, so you could donate to that. You can share our crowdfunding campaign through social media to friends and family. And then also we're creating a blessing in a box, which is a gift box, a custom gift box that you can send to friends and family. You can buy a gift box for them, send some love to people, and anytime you buy a gift box for a friend or family, portion of that will go to support our programs. Okay, and then also finally, you can support by giving any advice, any feedback, filling out the survey again, and spreading the word that this program's happening. The more we want to serve as many blessed couples as possible, and so if you can share the word, that helps a lot. You can share this recording, share this video with people. And finally, we're going to have our first launch. It's going to be November 21st, 10 a.m. Japan time, and it's going to be the Friday the 20th, 8 p.m. Eastern time in America. So we'll have our first official gathering then. And if you're interested, please let me know. Justin or Anna or Shinsuke, any one of our team members know. We hope to see you there, and we really appreciate any support. Thank you so much.